and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilmembers Hamel.
Here.
Washington.
Here.
Holt. Here. Carter.
Here.
Jones.
Here.
Nelson.
Here. You have in your packets the minutes from the work session council meeting held on March the 7th of 2011. Are there any corrections or additions? Is there a motion to approve? So moved. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, let the number say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, public hearing tonight, the rezoning of land located on Alabama Highway 14 and Queen Anne Road, owned by the Coosa Group LLC from R3 to B2. Anyone here to speak in favor of this? Mr. Carter?
Well, one of the owners of the property and we went through the planning commission and they agreed to it. We just want to change it back. It was B2 to start with when the city, right after we bought it from the city, and then we changed it because we were going to do a housing development. You know the state of the housing industry right now, so we just go back to B2 and try to sell it like that.
Anyone here to speak against this?
I want to say something. I'm here to,
Now, let me ask you this now. Are you going to be speaking?
I'm going to be speaking as an individual, as one of the owners of Queen Anne subdivision, of the subdivision out there, which has approximately 133 undeveloped lots at this time.
Okay.
It's something I raise the issue every time.
Okay, let me make sure that I don't want to step off into something here. But
This is for informational purposes, because I've done it every time. I did it.
okay, but here's where I'm going with this. Is this information
Yes,
for this council from the attorney?
No, it's an individual that's familiar with the problems
That's
out
property.
there. And I want to try to forestall some problems out there. There's a drainage problem, which I brought to everyone's attention every time it's ever been brought up. There's a huge drainage problem in West Long subdivision. It has been since it was built. And if you increase the water flow, you can have a problem. The other problem I have is the visibility. When you come out of Queen Anne Drive, you have to look to the left and you almost get killed. So that's the only two things I wish you looked at: the visibility factor, and make sure if this is built at any time, make sure that you look to the left and not be able to see, because there's been some wrecks out there over the years. But there's a huge drainage problems out there. It's been one for years and years and years. We're still dealing with it.
Mr. Carter?
Y'all have a survey there with y'all stuff. Okay. I got one in my truck, but I didn't think I needed it. The visibility issue, there's back in the city on the property, they gave to the state a 12-foot right-of-way above and beyond what was already there. So they've got the regular right-of-way plus an additional 12 feet that obviously we can't do anything with because it's the state of Alabama's now. In addition to that, if you're familiar with the area, the Bass Lumber Company sign there, Farmers Exchange and Bass Lumber Company sign,
Yes.
it's right on the corner of our property. That whole big triangular corner does not belong to us. It belongs to the state of Alabama as a turn-in right away, because that property was thought when y'all had it to be industrial, and y'all donated to the state that extra turn for 18-wheelers to be able to turn there. It never got put in, but they own the property, I don't. So there's plenty of room to see. I have to get in now. And as far as the drainage, there's the whole area is flat. We all know that side, whole west side of Wetumpka has issues with drainage, slow drainage at least. But as far as Miss Austin's property, she's on the other side of Queen Anne property from me, and there's one pipe that goes underneath Queen Anne Road from the whole side, from Highway 14 all the way back to the Head Start, and it's about an 18 to 24 inch pipe. I didn't measure it, but it's in that neighborhood, and it'll only take a certain amount of water. No matter what we do on a piece of property, we can't shove any more water through that pipe that's already able to go through it.
Any other comment? Okay, do we have a motion to approve this request?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
I got one more thing I'd like to say about that sign. I'd like to say one more thing about that. Can I?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
During the planning commission meeting, Ms. Austin had the same concerns. And I think there was another lady there that had similar concerns. But their parts of their concerns then was Carlton Gray is one of the owners of one of the co-owners of the property. He is on the planning commission. And there obviously couldn't take, business couldn't be done that way. He recused himself from the meeting and sat down right here where the gentleman in green is, in the front row. And the other lady that's not here tonight had a problem with Carlton still being in the room, even though he recused himself from the meeting and speaking. I was doing the speaking, but he had thought of something that I hadn't thought of, so he asked permission to speak. And Ms. Austin was, again, said that she was representing herself as a citizen, but yet she was giving legal advice to whether or not he could be in the room. And I was just concerned that I'm a landscaper. I'm not a politician that wouldn't have a job. Y'all do a great job. I couldn't decide if she was a private citizen or the city's attorney, or at that point I was confused, and I just wanted to let you hear me say that. I don't know that it's going anywhere. I don't intend for it to, but I just don't know how you can wear one hat for a while and then not wear it for the rest of the meeting. And everything went fine, except for the fact that one last comment. Ms. Austin stood up in the meeting after all these different things went along and told me and my prospective buyer for the back half of the property that if we if we did anything on the property, I believe is the quote, that she was going to sue both of us in the planning commission meeting. Now, I don't like lawsuits. I don't want to mess with Ms. Austin. I'd like to be a good neighbor. But that was uncalled for. I didn't ask for it any more than I'm asking for it now. And she cost me $200,000 because my buyer is no longer going to buy the property and is no longer going to get 40 to 50 apartments in the city limits of Wetumpka that would have had voters and your demographic numbers and all these things. And I just wanted you to hear me say that. It cost me a couple $100,000. So yeah.
Mayor,
Hold on just one second. Councilman.
But Chris was there, he heard the whole thing.
I did, and I did not hear the lawsuit part. I was at that meeting, and I understand that Ms. Austin does straddle the fence, and I think we all understand she is employed as a city attorney, but she also is a landowner. And I find myself in that same situation as a councilman, and I've asked that numerous times, at what point am I no longer a citizen? I'm still a citizen, even though I'm an elected official. And I understand that Ms. Austin has been very careful, right, in numerous things. Now, if you feel that she cost you a deal, right, she's also a citizen.
I'm not going anywhere with it other than the fact that I just wanted to get it off my chest to let you know that it's just not going to happen now.
The gentleman backed out because...
Yes, and he'll tell you that. I'll give you his phone number.
And I know who it is, and I have odd, there's one side and there's another side, right? But if he backed out because of a statement, he could back in because of the same statement, right? There's attorneys that will fight for your cause and attorneys that will fight against.
I'm not interested in going down that road. I wasn't trying to do that. I was just making a statement. It just really hurt my feelings that $200,000 wouldn't hurt my feelings. So I'm gonna be calm and smile and let it ride. But